Friday, the CEO posts on LinkedIn that you are joining to lead the company's AI transformation. By Monday, the congratulatory DMs are still rolling in, but the pressure is already mounting. Engineering expects a 12-month roadmap, marketing wants a chatbot, and the CFO is looking for a cost-saving story for the next board meeting. The easiest path is to act as the chief AI engineering manager and focus on making developers ship code faster. However, if your engineering team is 30% faster while sales is still building custom decks by hand, you will fail the board's ultimate metric, revenue per employee. Your real mandate is to become the Chief Multiplier Officer. You are tasked with turning every computer-touching employee, from the recruiter writing job descriptions to the clerk classifying invoices, into the operator of a personal fleet of AI agents. This is an Apple II running VisAccount. In 1979, this software gave a single accountant the leverage of an entire department. This playbook is designed to bring that same leap in individual productivity to every corner of your company. To survive the first 18 months, you need a strict 90-day plan, 3 parallel streams of work that deliver measurable ROI before the initial executive excitement fades. Most new heads of AI fail because they execute sequentially. They spend 60 days fixing engineering workflows, planning to get to the business later. They never do, because they become the bottleneck for every other department. To avoid this, you must launch the 3 parallel streams framework on day 1. This structure ensures that no single department stalls the company-wide transformation. This matrix serves as your roadmap. On the y-axis, we have 3 co-equal streams: engineering velocity, knowledge workforce, and operational functions. Each runs through 3 30-day phases. You cannot run these alone. By week 2, you need to identify 3 internal co-conspirators, an engineering manager, a business ops lead, and a frontline supervisor to own the daily execution of each stream. Setting up this parallel structure is the only way to generate visible output across the company before the CDO's 60-day grace period expires. Phase 1 covers days 1 through 30. Your primary directive is to resist the urge to ship software. This month is about gathering the data you need to defend your future decisions. In the engineering stream, pull the Git history to baseline median PR cycle times. At the same time, audit your AI tool licenses. You'll likely find that half of your paid GitHub Copilot or Cloud seats are sitting unused. For the knowledge work stream, conduct 20 discovery interviews with function leads and individual contributors. Ask them to describe their last full work week, hour by hour, to find the specific tasks they dread most. Synthesize those interviews into this friction heat map. This matrix identifies which workflows, like sales.creation or finance month-end closes, are burning 15 or more hours per week across the team. Finally, the operations stream identifies 2 pilot workflows outside the traditional office setting, like warehouse inventory or logistics routing, where processes are currently handled through sheer persistence. Use this formula to establish a hard baseline for these pilots. Multiply the minutes per task by the tasks per week and the loaded hourly rate to find the exact annualized labor cost you are looking to reduce. These baselines transform AI success from a series of anecdotal stories into a defensible financial claim for the board. Phase 2, days 31 through 60, is the shift from listening to shipping. This is where the transformation must become tangible for the rest of the company. Engineering begins deploying model context protocol connections to internal data sources like the CRM and documentation. They also start stripping out scaffolding debt, the complex retry logic, and heavy system prompts built for older, weaker models that are no longer necessary. The knowledge workstream launches enablement workshops. These aren't lectures. They are 90-minute sessions where employees build a working automation for a specific task in their own backlog. This is the most dangerous political moment. If employees believe these automations are a prelude to layoffs, they will stop sharing what they build. You must align with the CEO early. This is about growing throughput, not cutting headcount. In the operations stream, you co-design agents directly with the frontline workers. The goal is an 80% success rate, where the human only needs to interview to handle the most complex 20% of cases. Framing this phase as capability expansion is the only way to maintain the cultural trust required to keep the transformation moving forward. In Phase 3, days 61 through 90, your experimental pilots move into production and become the new standard for how work gets done. In engineering, multi-agent workflows harden. The code review agent is no longer an experiment. It becomes a mandatory layer on every pull request to ensure documentation and code remain in sync. The knowledge workstream targets a 60. The operations stream takes the successful Phase 2 patterns and rolls them out to 5 additional teams, using the original frontline operators as the instructors. By day 90, the transformation is self-sustaining. Instead of you pushing for adoption, department leads are pulling you into meetings to ask how they can automate their next workflow. The ultimate deliverable of this 90-day plan is the Executive Scorecard, a one-page dashboard that answers the first 3 questions the board will ask. The scorecard consolidates results into 5 key dimensions. Engineering shows drops in median PR cycle time and retired legacy features. Workforce adoption tracks weekly AI usage and hours saved. Operational lift reports cost per task reduction, while financials lists annualized savings from retiring redundant software. When you present this, you must lead with the culture and adoption metrics before showing the money. This sequence prevents the board from viewing the transformation as a simple cost-cutting exercise.
It proves that you have built a workforce that can now handle significantly more complexity without adding more people. By the end of 90 days, you have established a repeatable structure for identifying and automating labor across the entire business. You have moved from baseline measurements to shipping parallel value in every department, resulting in a measurable shift in productivity. This momentum changes the daily reality of your staff. They are no longer just information movers. They are now the operators of their own personal fleet of AI agents. The path is now clear to take the remaining workflows from your Phase 1 heat map and use them to build the roadmap for the next quarter.